A very happy Christmas wherever you are. As you can see, I'm here in Exeter Cathedral. The cathedral, along with the majority of our churches in Devon, is open. The Christmas trees are alight, the nativity is out, the visitors buzzing around the place. And it's such a relief after all the doom and gloom that we've had in recent months. And let's face it, this past year has been really grim and bleak. The year 2020 will be one we shall be very glad to say goodbye to. This pandemic has cast a long shadow over us all, and although there is a vaccine on the horizon, it's going to be some months before we get back to normal, whatever normal is going to be after the trauma of recent months. The days running up to Christmas are normally full of festive fun. There's laughter, there's Christmas trees, the lights, the decorations, there's rushing around to get last-minute presents, there's gathering of family and friends, parties and carol singing. It's a great time for catching up with friends, except that this year, with the social restrictions and all that's in place, Christmas is going to feel very different to us all. Family gatherings are going to be smaller, if that is they're taking place at all, and that's a particular blow if you are bereaved or you're living alone. It may be that you're joining in singing carols online rather than inside church, so deprived of the things that brighten up winter and the long winter nights. To quote the refrain of one of my favourite Christmas carols, we're all in need of a large dose of comfort and joy. One shaft of light that is piercing the gloom and doom has been the way that people have been looking out for each other. As I've been going round the diocese and listening to people's experiences, I've heard of remarkable stories of individuals rallying around to give help, going the second and third mile for neighbours in need. Such acts of kindness and generosity are immensely precious. They're the antidote to cynicism that so often bedevils our society. They take the rough edges off this pandemic. They give people hope. Every birth is a wonderful event and every child is special. But the birth we celebrate at Christmas is unique because not only does it warm human hearts across the centuries, it actually changes them. It changes them because in the birth of Jesus Christ we encounter the extravagant, the self-giving love of God. We encounter God's almighty kindness. For me, this is summed up in the opening verse of St. John's Gospel, which we often read on Christmas Day. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Now, the term that St. John uses here, we translate in English as word, but it can also be translated as meaning. And that gives quite a different feel to the same verse. In the beginning was the meaning, and the meaning was with God, and the meaning was God. Now, for some people, life seems pretty bleak this Christmas and devoid of all meaning. Maybe they've lost their job in the financial turmoil. Maybe their marriage or significant relationship has fallen apart. Maybe someone they really loved has died of COVID and they feel intensely alone. These are all painful things. And at Christmas, when everybody else seems to be relentlessly happy, then their very festivity can seem and feel oppressive. Now, without denying the pain of these things, I don't think they need imprison us or define us, because I believe that life is not meaningless. And that gives me cause for hope. As St. John announces, in the beginning was the meaning, and the meaning was with God, and the meaning was God. In the midst of all this uncertainty and anxiety, what doesn't change is the reality and the meaning of Christ's birth. Emmanuel, God is with us. God is with us in the dark times, in the bleak times, as well as the light. God is with us in our loss and disappointment and difficulties, as well in times of celebration and joy. This Christmas Day, hang on to those strong words with which St. John closes his prologue to his Gospel. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has never overcome it. God is with us. This Christmas, may you find in the birth of Jesus Christ meaning and hope, and may it bring you comfort and joy.